Welcome back, guys, for more Railroads Online. And in this episode, we're going to be upgrading our locomotive. Oh, yes. I currently have $4,000. Woohoo! Yes, I have been running backwards and forwards along this line with these 8 cars. So it's up to the lumber camp, fill up with logs, bring them back, drop them off, come around here, fill up with either lumber or rails, and head off down and sell, rinse and repeat. Right, let's get going. Let's get going. So what am I doing? We want to go in reverse and slap off the brake, and off we go. Now, the 2 extra cars cost me what, $500, and then I've probably spent close to that cutting down trees. You'll notice there are a lot less trees close to the tracks than there were. Let's go out and you'll see. I've thinned the trees out a decent amount, so it's now a lot nicer to ride on the train and watch it. So what we'll do is we'll go a little way just so that you can kind of see how I've taken the trees back. Then we'll shoot down to the freight depot. You can see now, because before you had trees like quite close in, like here, and now it's all gone, and it's so much nicer. I might take them back just a little bit further as well, so just so that you can kind of come out this far and not have trees getting in the way of the view. But yeah, it's a much wider corridor. Anyway, yeah, we've just got to ride down here and get to the freight yard, and then the interesting stuff happens. So we're just making the turn off towards the freight yard. Once we've dropped this off, we're going to be coming back up here, and we're going to be going down here because we're going to be hooking up some new cars. Oh yeah, we are. We're going to be dropping some cars off in the siding, picking up some new cars. Okay, let's slow down quite a bit, slap on the old brake, because what I want to do is line this up. It's not what I wanted, but it's fine. Let's take the brake off, a little bit of regulator. I just want to position myself so I can top up with water. And that should do nicely. Okay, we'll pop out. We'll come and sell this stuff. This should give me like another 144, I think. So we should be up to, yeah, close to 4,200. And you, and you. There we go. Yeah, 4,178. But doing these runs, now it's not too bad with when you're hauling lumber, but when you're hauling the rails, you don't make that much. So this is why I want to move up to an 8-car and potentially 12-car consists. The consist is what is the proper name for a set of cars. Oh yeah, but you'll know that if you've watched me play Transport Fever, or if you're a train buff. Right, let's, you know what, let's check this out. So, water level's down to 200, so we need to top up with water, and I'll throw some fuel in there as well. Grab some more fuel, throw that into Betsy. Bit more. Keep Betsy topped up. And then we'll bring this down, and move it across a bit. That should be fine. Yeah, should be good. Let's hop into Betsy and see. Are we topping up? Yes, we're topping up nicely. 400. And we're full. Hooray. Jump out. Set that back. There we go. Right, we jump onto Betsy and we can get out of here. So, let's go forward. I think that's probably a good idea. Regulates to full, brake off. And off we go. So we're just going to pull around the corner. Then I'm going to jump out, change the signal. We're going to run back in here, but this time we're going to be going. We're going to be pulling partially into this loop siding that I created over here. Now I'm hoping that that's long enough for 4 cars. I think it is, but I guess we'll find out very, very soon. The more I play this game, the more I love it. The details in the game are fabulous, and the realism, like what you have to do and stuff. Let's slow down a little bit. We just want to cruise past this signal. That'll do fine, I think. Right. Bounce over the cars. Down to the signal. Switchy. You know what? While I'm here, am I gonna? Yeah, go on. I'll run down to the other signal and flip that as well. That's a good plan, because it saves me having to get out again when we get down here. I can just run straight in. So, come on, Mr. Signal. Let's have you flipped over there. There we go. So we're going to go into this siding here. All right. Let's get back to the train. Okay, jump back in the cab. Well, if I can get a bit closer. There we go. And pump up the regulator in reverse and take off the brake. I love that noise when the train just starts to get going. It's just trying to get the power to move the train back. Don't want to go too crazy. I can crank it up and run it full speed if I want to, but need to be a little bit careful. I mean, not careful like tracks wise, I don't think. Although actually, pulling into that little siding could be a little bit of an adventure if I go too fast. So maybe err on the side of caution. Okay, so we're just pulling in there. Now let's slow it down. That is absolutely beautiful. All right. Come on, slow down. Now that's fine, isn't it? I think that's fine. Yeah, that's beautiful. You know what? You can actually get an 8-car consist in here, which I find surprising. But it's great news. Let's unpin. Let's unpin this one. There we go. And back in here. Pull forward. Bit of regulator. Take off the brake. How about a lot of regulator? Okay. Now we can slow it down again. And just want to be past that switch. Back out again. Flip the switch over. So good. Oh dear, I've been just playing and sitting and every now and then I realise that I've got a big smile on my face while I'm playing. Okay, so I think at this point we want to put this into reverse, take off the brake, and I think yeah, this is set to go into the first siding, the first dead end siding. It must be, because I haven't been back here since we took this train out, really. Okay. Let's slow down a little bit. Be a little bit cautious. So, I've got some good news. Kernel failure is... I'm recording this on Friday. It's Friday today. This episode will probably go out tomorrow on Saturday. The Kernel failure himself will be joining me for a play session on Monday, so expect to see some content. It'll probably be on Tuesday, I would think, and me and the Colonel on this channel. Okay, so I've already put that link in. Good. So we need to add a link there and pin it. There we go. All right. So yes, the Colonel is going to be playing, but he did have time to drop in, and he came into the game. He had a bit of a look around, and he bought these 4 cars. So that saved me $1,200, which means that's really what made me think, oh, yeah, maybe I'll upgrade to a much better locomotive. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's. We are still reversing. We'll give it a little bit of oomph. Not too much oomph, just a little bit of oomph. Let's bring it down just a touch. Just enough to bump into that. Now, that one's got the brake on. So that'll slow us down so that we can just kiss this one. And then we'll be fine. We hook those up. And then it's just a case of repeating the procedure with these two. So we need a little touch more, I think. There we go. There we go. Almost there. There we go. Let's take the power off gently. Brakes on. And we run up here. And we've just got to pin these two. And we're all done. 6 flat cars. Right, so all I've got to do now is repeat the procedure. I need to go up here, flip the signals, pull into this one, hook up to these two. So let me get that done. And here we go. Now, I've got to say, when we upgrade to our upgraded locomotive, it's driving it using the actual controls is going to be a lot easier. The Betsy, or the Porter, I should call it properly, it's a little bit awkward to operate with using the controls. The train that we're going to be getting, oh, so much better, so much better. Now, the thing that I do, I was going to say the thing that I have to remember is to flip this switch up here when we go through. But in actual fact, I don't think I need to. No, I don't think I need to. In which case, yeah, we can just whiz. So, in fact, we're going to whiz all the way to the logging camp and get loaded up. And on the basis that you've seen this route before in the last episode, I think we'll just transition straight to me pulling into the logging camp. Well, I'm just finishing up the loading. We've got 2 more logs to go. That's one, and that's the other. 8-car train full of logs. Loving it. Okay, now, you may be looking at this and wondering, why have you got so many water towers down here? I'm actually using them to mark where I need to pull up. So basically, the first time I bring the front of the first car to the middle of these steps. Then I pull forward to line up the tank with this water tower, which is how I've been filling up to now. And that's 1 car length forward. So that'll fill the first... So up here, we fill the first and the third car. And then we move up to here and we fill the second and the fourth car. Then we pull forward to this one. And we fill the 5th and 7th. And then we pull forward to this one. And we fill up the 6th and 8th. There you go. Never do math on a stream. Right. Let's have a look. How much water we got on board? I'm actually full because I topped up when I got to this one. I remember now. Okay, so yeah, we're pretty much good to go. All I need to do is throw some fuel on here, and we are good to go. Oh wow! Look at this. Just enough track. Just enough track. All right, let's see how she handles now. So to crank that up, we want to be in reverse and take the brake off. So now Betsy, the Porter, has got a hell of a lot of oomph for such a small train. Even though, like, it's got 6,000 tractive effort. 6,000, I don't know what it is, foot-pounds or something. But because the whole weight of this is sitting on only 4 wheels, it gets a lot of friction. So it can actually do some serious pushing. I'm very, very impressed with this little Porter. This Porter is actually better than the Tier 2 Porter because that's actually on 6 wheels rather than 4. It is a little bit heavier, but when you divide the weight by the 6 wheels rather than 4, it's got less pressure down onto the ground, giving it less friction. So, yeah, this takes some beating. Oh, this is this is great. You can see I've trimmed the trees back all the way up to the camp. I still do want to push it back a little bit further, but it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good, and this train is looking. Look at that! Oh, I definitely need to go up to 12 cars. I think, because 12 cars would just be awesome. The thing about 8 cars, and the reason I've chosen to run 8 cars, is that 8 cars, 8 6s are 48, so we're carrying 48 logs. Our pond can hold 100 logs. So what I can do is come up to the sawmill, get onto this train, do 2 log runs, which will give me 96 logs, and then I can get back onto my other train, and then ship all the lumber and rails down to the freight yard until it's empty. Then come back up to the sawmill, jump on this train, do 2 log runs, rinse and repeat. And we are going to be making some pretty decent money, I think. Okay, I'm going to slap on the brakes quickly because I think we're going to have gone... oh, no, not quite. Just need to go just a tiny bit further. I thought I was going to overshoot, but no, that was perfect. Well, almost perfect. And that'll do, pig. That'll do. Jump out. Go and unload, Sky. What are you doing? Okay, so let's see. We are at 4,108. So we should get 480 from these logs. 48 logs times 10, 480. Ah, don't push me into the lake. I don't want to drown. Oh man, this is so much better. This is like, I can't tell you how much better than this is than just running with 4 cars. Well, I suppose it's twice as good. I mean, that would kind of make sense, wouldn't it? Really? Yeah, kind of would. And this is nice and easy to get the 4 cars and then roll it back, the other 4 cars, and boom, done. Oh, it's so good. So good. Okay. And easy does it. And that'll do. Okay. And that's 1, 2, 3. This is usually where I get hit on the head. 4. Oh, I just managed to get out of the way. So what do we end up with? Almost $4,600 in the bank. Oh, I am loving it. How many logs have we got in the pond now? We've got 75. Okay. So the plan would be, like, when I've got, like, my 96 logs in there, I would then leave this train where it is, right? Run over to the other side where my other train would be, load it up, and then go down to the freight yard. But of course, right now, I don't have another train. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the respawn feature, and I'm going to respawn back at the freight yard. Well, it actually respawns you back at your starting area. This is a feature in case you actually get stuck anywhere in the world. So I'm going to see you back at the freight yard. And here we are, back at our starting location. And now it's time to get our new locomotive. Yes, I can't wait. I've been waiting for this for so long. Right, what are we going to get? Well, let's go through all the cars and get to the locos. Right, so we've got the handcar. We've got the porter. That's what we've already got. This is the tier 2 porter with the little tender for extra wood carrying, firewood carrying, which is very good. But you can see this is a 4.2, an 042. So you've got the powered 4 front wheels on the 2 axles, but this rear axle, those 2 wheels are not powered, and it just means that the weight is distributed across 6 wheels rather than 4, which means you just haven't got that downward force, so it doesn't pull as well. But I've got to say, it does look much nicer in black. Then we've got the Climax. This thing looks awesome. I do want to get one of those, but we're not going to be getting one of those now. Oh no. The Heisler. Are we going to get a Heisler? No, we're not getting a Heisler either. This thing's got some serious tractive effort. If we run through them. So the Porter, both versions of the Porter have got 6,000 foot-pounds. The Climax is almost 8,000. The Heisler is 12,240. But this is what we're going for. What I think is the best looking train in the game. The Cooke Mogul. 9,300 foot-pounds. And now we could just buy that, but we're going to do a little bit of configuration on this. This is the straight stovepipe, but we're gonna change that. There's that one, which I gotta say I do like a lot, but there's no beating that one. Oh, that is so awesome. It is an extra $80 to get that version though. And then the headlight, we can also configure the headlight. There are two to choose from. There's that one or this one. And I gotta say, would I spend $80 on that if I wasn't crazy? I don't think so, but I am. So we're gonna have that one. It's just a little bit nicer. I do like it. So that's going to cost us $4,460. But don't press the button yet. Whenever you buy a Loco, make sure that you do all of the configuration, because you can't do it afterwards at the moment. So this is going to be train number 2. And look, you get 2 all over it. It's awesome. And then the name of this particular train, well, we've got the Betsy. What shall I call this? I was thinking of calling it the Cannonball. You know what? I think I'm going to call it the Cannonball. Casey Jones, the Cannonball Express. Yes, this is the Cannonball. But you can also write on the tender as well. And this would typically be the name of your railroad company. So if we maybe have, let's see, Sky, Storm. I'm just wondering whether I can get like R.R. on there. No, it's a bit long. Look, you can see that it's overlapping the end. So I think it's going to have to be maybe the Sky. Maybe the Sky Railroad. Yes, I'm happy with Sky Railroad. Sky Railroad, train number 2. Purchase. Oh, yes. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Let's have a little look at this baby. Wow. Now I have not played with this. This is completely fresh. Oh, look how beautiful that is. Beautiful cow catcher on the front. Wow, look at that. Cooke, Paterson, New Jersey. That's where their factory was. Cooke L&M Co. Now, you'll notice that it's not automatically hooked up to the tender. Let's see if we can... Okay, so we extend a bar out from there. Okay, cool. Let's go up here. Is this... okay, the brake is on. That's good. Okay. And there's the firebox. Let's grab some wood from this enormous pile of wood. There we go. Let's throw some wood in there. Oh, look at it come to life. Oh, that is so awesome. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's open the door. Now, this is it's quite restricted inside, but you can kind of move across. But I mean, you imagine standing next to this all day, this superheated boiler. It must have been incredibly hot working in here. Very, very uncomfortable, you'd think. Okay, well, it's going to take time for this to heat up. Let's get in here. So let's see. Water temperature. Yes, the water temperature is coming up. You know what? I wonder what the maximum fuel is on this. Throw in some more wood. Let's see. What's the maximum? So we are at, I guess it's 80. Let's have a listen to the whistle. Sounds beautiful. Okay, let's hop out, and we'll get this. Oh, where are you? We'll get this hooked up. So we need to put a pin in there. There we go. So we are hooked up. Excellent. Alrighty. Oh, this is just beautiful. Like every little detail on here is just awesome. It's so beautiful. Wow. All right. Should we take it for a little stroll? I think we probably should. Let's get in here. So, what do we want? We want forward. We want the regulator. Let's just bang it straight up. Take the brake off. Oh, now I do need to just check actually that I've turned the brake off, which I know I haven't. So, turn the brake off. Let's go. Let's go. And boom. Go. Oh, take the brake off. There we go. Now go. And we are off. Oh, let's zoom out a little bit. The cannonball takes off. Look at that smokestack. That is awesome. Oh, doesn't it sound fantastic? Oh, this is awesome. I should turn the light out on the front. I don't know. I might leave that. I might just leave it burning. Because why the hell not? Now, I brought the train down to... So, yeah, so that's fine. That switch is set correctly. So let's go up here a bit. Let's slow things down a little bit, I think. We just want to get through there. We'll use the brakes on the tender as well. Slow us down. There we go. Cool. All right, and we whiz back out here. Throw this switch. Now, hang on. I'm just wondering, how much money have I got left? Oh, okay, I've got 128. So I need to make some more money because I've got to buy another 4 of these cars, which is that's going to cost me $1,000. But that's fine. That's fine. Let's see. So what's boiler pressure, water level? Oh my goodness, water level 2,000. Wow. Okay, this thing holds a lot of water. Understander. How's the bell? Yeah, good bell. How's the whistle? Whistle's good. Okay. Is that going to get us there? The only problem with this train is the visibility out the back. It's like awful. Can I get back on board? Yes, I can. Let's creep back a little bit more. I don't remember whether I put the brakes on that. You know what? I actually can't remember whether I put the brakes on that. I guess I'm about to find out. So let's just creep back fairly slowly. Okay, that should be good. Right, let's jump out. Hopefully pin this. Yes, that looks good. Oh, we have got a train hooked up. Right. Crank you up. Brake off. No, forward, please. And off we go. So I've got to make $1,000 to get the other 4 cars that I want on here. I may extend that to 12 because let's face it, this can certainly pull a 12-car consist. Oh, just that is musical. Oh, that genuinely is beautiful. The switch is over to that side. That's great. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pull past, and then I'm going to flip that switch. So, get to the last car and then throw the brake on. Okay, so we flip that back over to there. So when we come back, we can just go straight into the freight yard. Cool. Hopefully, then we'll have enough money, and then I've got to come out and then go back in and get more cars. Hooray! Oh, this is too good. This is too good. Right, whip the brake off. Oh, I am gonna spend so much time riding around on this thing. Let's get a bit closer in. Oh, this is a genuinely, genuinely beautiful train. Everything about it is beautiful. The way it looks, the way it sounds. That tree getting in the way. The Sky Railroad. Oh, man. You'll have to excuse me being all ooey and ahry over this, but damn, just look at it. It's freaking amazing. On board the Cannonball. Now, eventually, I want to be driving this using the actual controls. But I've got to say, visibility is a little bit limited. That's the only problem. And I would do it now. It's just that I'm not sure of all the controls. I know some of the controls in there. But, for example, like off the top of my head, I don't know where the brake is. I know where the regulator is, but I don't know where the brake is. Or the reverser. Now, are they going to be easy to find? Should be. Should be a walk in the park. But what I'll do is I'll familiarise myself with the controls, and then I'll give you a proper showing off of this beast. Oh, you know, running this train with only 4 cars is just such an insult, don't you think? Oh man, I could listen to the sound of that train for hours. And indeed, I will. Because, boy, are we going to be doing a lot of work with this train. Initially, I'm going to be obviously using this to get some money in the bank, because we want other trains as well. And more cars and all that kind of stuff. But we're going to be extending our range very soon. Like, next episode, I think we're going to be headed on out of here to the smelter. What I'll do is I'll do the last 2 cars, and then I'll back up and I'll do the front 2 cars. And let's see, that looks about good. You know what? Let me load this up. I'll probably do a couple of loads. Well, it'll be more than a couple of loads, because I need to get like $1,000. How much have I got left? I got 128. So yeah, I need to make $1,000. Let me do that, and then we'll go back. We'll get the extra cars. We'll load it up, and then we'll see it carrying a decent load. Well, I'm just bringing in another load of logs. I've taken 2 loads of lumber. Actually, it was 1 load of lumber and 1 load of rails down to the freight depot. That made enough room. We're down to 51 logs in the pond. I'm bringing down another 48, which is just about perfect. Let's drop these babies in the pond, which is, I've got to say, is something that I really never tire of seeing. Can I get you guys down there as well? There we go. Yes, awesome. All right, and when we finish putting these logs in, we should, and I do say should, have enough that we can buy our 4 wagons. So let's just pull you forward a little bit. By the way, if I sound a bit hoarse, and I'm trying not to, I've got a terrible sore throat. Just awful. I was talking to the Colonel earlier, and I sounded just like I was talking like this. Which we had a little bit of a giggle about. It's kind of funny. Right. Come on, a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. And that'll do. I've got to remember to do like the first 4 first. Or, well, the last 4 first, and then the next 4, because now I've got to move the train again, which if I do it the other way, I haven't got to do. So no more overshooting for me. There they go. How we... Wow! Get off me. 98, 99, perfect. That could not have worked out better. And how much cash have we got? 1,040, which means that I can buy the 4 state cars that I want. Hooray. Okay. You know what? Let me get this parked up. I'll take the Mogul down and we'll hook up those other 4 cars. Right, well, I've already added 2 cars. 2 more to go. Let's do this. Locomotives. Flat car. We want state cars. Order. And same thing again, please. State car. Order. Okay. And then we put a link. Pin it. Go to the back of this one. And link. And pin it. It means that even bringing rails down now with 8 cars full of rails, I'll make $300 on a run, and if I'm bringing lumber down, then I make $600. So yeah, awesome. Right, put it into reverse, all the way to 100. Break off. Now I do have to say, this thing does not have quite the pulling power of the Porter. Let's drop that down to about maybe 20%. Drop it down to 10. And a little bit of brake. Brake full on. I don't want this rolling forward, is the thing. So, let's see if this has worked. Usually pretty straightforward, but it can roll forward. No, it looks like we're good. Pin that one. Pin that one. See, look, there's a much bigger gap up here. There should be like no gap, ideally. What am I doing? I'm taking the brakes off because for once I'm actually going to remember to do it. Brake off. Brake off. I'm just going to check all of these. I know those 2 are off because I just did them. I do think that the brakes sometimes turn themselves on. Not full, but a couple of times I've noticed brakes that have gone up to like 24, 26%. And I think that that's potentially a bit of a bug. But we'll see. Right. Okay, that is better. That is a lot better. I still think that this should be running with more cars. So we're running, what, 8? Yeah, I mean, this thing really should have 12 cars, shouldn't it? Right, let's crank the regulator up to max, put it into forward, take off the brake. And there's that beautiful sound. God, this is a beautiful sounding locomotive. It really is. Let's get getting close. Have a listen to that engine purr. I actually need to throw some fuel in. But that's not a problem. I can do that once we clear this switch up here. Not this one, no, the one up there. Once we clear that switch, I'll get out, reset the switch. And then I'll fuel this guy. I filled it with water. I didn't actually fill it because I got to like 3,500 and I thought, frankly, that's enough. So I don't know what this stores. It must be like 5,000 water, I would think. Okay, let's slow you down a little bit. I just want you to roll through this switch. Come on, a little bit more. Okay, we can start braking. A little bit more, a little bit more. Come on. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I tell you what, judging where the end actually is not so easy the longer these trains get. But that looks good. So, hop out the back. Hop down the train. Yeah, see, I overshot by quite a way. Okay, let's switch you back to the way you should be. So when we come back with the load, we'll be straight into the freight yard. Okay, hop back on board. We'll throw some fuel in. There we go, and another load. Okay, now, shall I show you the controls? I should show you the controls, shouldn't I? Down here, this is the reverser. We're currently in forward. This is the brake here. So we'll do brake off, and then we'll apply the regulator. I love this regulator. I think it's just gorgeous. So let's bang that straight up. Now, at first I was worried about the visibility because it's like terrible. But if you just nudge forward a little bit, you can kind of look through, which is kind of cool. And then you can just go out into third person, and it's all good. And what this means is that if you decide you need a bit more fuel, then you can just go back in here and go and grab some fuel, and the train's not going to stop. This is the problem with running it in with the UI, is that if you need to refuel, then the train stops. They need to change that. And the other thing is, how do you tell whether you need fuel when you're running in this mode? In the UI, obviously, it tells you, but in this mode, you just have to like figure it out for yourself. I mean, I suppose you can go. I don't know whether if you have a look at it, whether it's obvious. Like, does the amount of fuel go down so that you can see how much? I don't know. But it's fine as it is at the moment. So I'm going to try not to fall off the train. Because running in this mode, if I fall off the train, then I've got a real problem. Because the train won't stop. Whereas if you in the UI, then obviously you've got the dead man switch. Oh, this is just so good. So good. Let's go into third person. Oh, I can't wait to have a longer train. I mean, 8 cars is good. I'm happy with 8 cars. It does look great, but 12 would be even better. Look at me riding out front, proudly. Okay, so let's get back inside. We'll ease down the regulator to about 50%. Ease it down a bit more. Here we are. Now, where am I going to want to stop? Frankly, I've no idea where I want to stop, so I'm just going to stop and I'll figure it out. Yeah, why haven't you put the brake on? Let's put the brake on. There we go. Where did we end up? We ended up a little bit past, which is fine. I'll reverse that up. What I can do now is just like fill up and take full loads of everything down to the freight yard and continue running loads of logs in with Betsy. Whew! This is I think this is kind of the first major milestone, having 2 trains, 8 cars each, so that you can just like run a pretty continuous flow of goods from the logging camp to the sawmill down to the freight yard, and boom. Yeah, this is like with 2 8-car trains, I think we've moved into like a proper industrial operation rather than messing around with like little loads of stuff. All right, guys, we're going to leave it there for this episode. Next episode, I don't know. Maybe Colonel Failure will be here. Maybe not. Kind of depends if I rush out an episode in between us filming, between now and us filming on Monday. Make sure you check out the series on Colonel's channel, where I am joining him. It's pretty hilarious, to be honest. It's a bit of a comedy of errors. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me your comments and any tips that you've got, and I'll catch you for the next one. Peace out.